Ladies and gentlemen of Jawa, it's your boy Asquad Walker with another video. I did a benchmark of this is the last, well, possibly the last PC I'm gonna have for sale. I've been built it, but I just repurposed it. The motherboard and Intel i3 10100F that I just sold on the platform. I that is what used to be in here, but I repurposed this to an AMD build. So in here is the 3600 that was in there, but I bought a 5600. I bought a actually I bought a 5600X. It'll be here sometime next week. I bought a 5600, but Amazon fumbled my delivery. I ordered same day, and then they had their thumb up their asses talking about it got delayed in transit. I'm like, nah, I'm not trying. And now I gotta wait 3 to 5 business days to get my fucking money back. But luckily I had enough money to already buy the replacement processor. I hate when Amazon do that dumb shit. Like, I got Prime. If you can't have that shit delivered when you say, because I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't for the same day delivery. And they don't give you no compensation or nothing. You know what I'm saying? That I hate that shit. If you can't fulfill the delivery requirement, don't have that shit up there. And then if you can't, I shouldn't have to wait. Y'all didn't charge me 3 to 5 business days. Y'all charged me fucking immediately. They better have my fucking bread too. I'm gonna have to fly to Washington and smack some motherfuckers. Like, shit like that pisses me off. I would have just, if I would have known it wasn't same day, I would have just bought it from somewhere else. Don't advertise shit that you can't fulfill. But anyway, this build is gonna now have a 5600X. I found, for the price that I paid for the 5600 on Amazon, I found a 5600X on eBay from a reputable seller that I didn't bought from before. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be pretty good. And I'm waiting for the last build I'm gonna do, like my personal build. I bought a Ryzen 9 7950X3D off of the platform. So I can't wait to get that. I would have settled for the 7900X3D, but once I figured out what they did with how AMD did the V cache on that, instead of having all cores benefit from the 3D cache, they did half and half. They did one half regular without the V cache, and they did 6. They did 6 cores that don't benefit from the V cache, and then 6 cores with the V cache. And I was reading some joints on Reddit, and they was like, it's good, but you have to configure it. I'm like, I'm not trying to configure shit. Whereas I'm like, if it's the same TDP, right, with the 7950X3D, then it's the same TDP, and I don't have to configure shit. And I'm like, cause I've just stepped my foot into editing. I know how to I know how to edit a little something, and I do my own elements for my streams. And once I rebuild this, I gotta finish up my elements for Twitch and all that stuff. But yeah, that's now gonna have a Ryzen 5 5600X. So the 3600 that was in here, it's in here. And for this build, I actually have a box. So if somebody does purchase it, I'll just have to buy like the foam packs so it doesn't move or anything. Hold on, I'm trying to give y'all an inside view. See? And then you could always, if you don't like liquid, you could always change it back to the air cooler, because it's a Ryzen 5 3600, so you could get away with the air cooler. But yeah, this is the motherboard. The motherboard that's in here was the motherboard that I was using for the 5950X. I was selling it on Jawa, but somebody did international bought it off of eBay, so I had to honor that. And I'm like, once the money clear, then I'll ship it out, and then I shipped it out. But yeah, so anyway, let's get to the benchmark. Okay, so this is, let me zoom in. This is on 1440p Ultra. And okay, so this card it's rocking it's a Ryzen 3600 with a oh yeah, I can show you. A MSI 1660 Super. So yeah, a 3600 with a 1660 Super. That that's a pretty solid combo. So this is what we got on Time Spy. The CPU score is pretty, of course. It's a Ryzen Jet. And this score, and the best was a 725. Okay, that's what's up. And this one, and the graphics score has got 6,173. So let's go through the score. Okay, so Battlefield 5 on 1440p Ultra, 65 plus frames. Apex on 1440p, 85 plus frames. Mind you, this is based on like my monitor. So I'm rocking my curved monitor does 1440p. That monitor is 4K, but it's not like a 1 millisecond response time. It's like the standard 5. So I don't game on that. When I'm streaming, I use that to monitor this monitor monitors my stream, and I actually do stuff on this monitor. Okay, yeah, but for Apex, we got 1440p Ultra, we got 85 frames. GTA, 40 plus frames. That's not too bad, but remember, this is a 1660 Super. And I'm gonna switch it to 1080p so you can see what you should be rocking with these specs. So GTA 40 plus frames. Red Dead is probably gonna be crazy. Yeah. Don't even remember, this is if you're on 1440p resolution. So yeah, so you definitely don't want to play Red Dead on 1440p Ultra. And this is the Neezy, okay? So 40 plus frames. This is 1440p. So now let's switch it to the optimal of what you should be playing on this build with a 1660 Super and a Ryzen 5 3600. Okay, this is where you want to be. Okay, so on 1080p Ultra, 135. Oh no, not that. Okay, 135. Apex, 140 plus. GTA, 160 plus. So yeah, with this build, you definitely want to be on 1080p Ultra. Okay, Red Dead. There you go. 70 plus frames on a 1660 Super. And last but not least, the Fort Neezy. Bam! So there you go. So with this, you definitely want to be on 1080p Ultra, because unless you want to, if you upgrade the GPU down the line, then cool, you can move on up to depending on your card, you can move up to 4K, you can move up to the 1440p, you can even move up to 4K. I'm selling this bill for $500, probably. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, this build due to Jawa's prices being due to Jawa's fees not being so bad, I'll sell this one for even $500. I believe that's definitely a fair price for this. It's liquid cooled. You got 32 gigs of RAM. Whenever I'm not gonna become a pro builder, I just built these so I can make some money to expedite upgrading my main build. After these, I'm probably, unless I get a commission from somebody or personal commission, I'm not gonna build any more PCs for people. Well, unless I get a commission. These that I'm selling, I built these myself, using my own resources to sell them to to add funds to upgrade my main build quicker. Like, I have a job, so I got the bread, but if I can sell these to expedite that process, and then I can save bread for other stuff, then that's cool too. That's the main point of me selling this stuff, building it to sell it, and then I can use extra revenue to build build without having to come up out of my job funds. But yeah, so boom, you definitely want to rock this on 1080p Ultra. Unless you're going to upgrade the GPU down the line. All right, that should clear it up. Yeah, so you go. NVIDIA 1660 Super 6 gig. Ryzen 5 3600. And it's in this nice small case. It's in this nice Cooler Master Q300L case. I wanted it to be as small as I could possibly do it. Hold on, let me turn it over. You got all these mesh vents, so you don't have to worry about dust. It's nice and small. 32 gigs of RAM. In space you have the OS is on a 512 M.2 NVMe SSD. You got a 1 terabyte for game storage. So you got a 512 NVMe, a 1 terabyte NVMe, and a 1 terabyte mechanical, just in case you need that extra space or you do a little streaming and edit it, like light editing. You don't want to put that stuff on your SSD. You want that on a mechanical. And I got a picture of that. So this is just a video of the benchmark, so you can see that everything is on the up and up. It gave me a scare earlier. Now the one thing with this, the motherboard is a Aorus B550M Pro, right? And that's a solid motherboard. But what it was that, let's say, okay, so originally in this motherboard, it was a 5950X, right? And it was configured to it and everything. And then I went down. So I went down from a 5950X to a 3600, and it would not boot the BIOS. So I'm like, dang, how do you fix this? And I realized I was on I was on a beta BIOS. I was on because the last time I updated this, I was on like I don't remember the exact number of the BIOS, but it was the BIOS that just introduced the 5800 X3D support. So and the settings, it was saved to the CMOS settings that I had. It was saved to the CMOS settings that was connected to my 5950X. I'm like, oh shit, no. But once I updated the BIOS, and okay, so I had to do a Q flash. Like, this motherboard has Q flash. So to update the BIOS, if something goes wrong or anything, you don't even have to have a CPU or a GPU in. You just put the course. Oh yeah, it's going to sleep. You just put the corresponding BIOS update on there. You can find this on YouTube, but you put the corresponding update on the flash drive. It's going to be in a zip file. You take it out of the zip file. You put it in the root directory of the USB drive. You rename it to Gigabyte Bin, and then you put it in. It's going in the back of the case, in the back of the motherboard. It's a white USB port that says Q flash. Like, it's the ones at the top is black. The 3.2 speed, the 3.2 ones is blue, and the Q flash one is the only white USB joint back there. And then you put that in there, and then you press the you cut the power on. Of course, you won't have the power switch and anything on. You'll just have the power connectors, and then you cut the switch on, and you press the Q flash button, and then the BIOS will update. You just wait a couple of minutes, and then boom, you're Gucci. So yeah, it gave me a little scare, but we back up and running. So this is Gucci. So yeah, I'm letting this go for $500. This one is not going to be too crazy. So I still got the Optiplex gaming build. That one is going for $350. I might lower it. I might even take $25 off of that. I might the final price of that might be $325. So I'll lower that down to $325. And that one, when I put that 5600X in there, I'm not lowering that price. That's fair. And that's like a streaming gaming build. You get a webcam, you get a keyboard and mouse, you get Oh yeah, you get it. You get an internal capture card, an internal 1080p capture card. So yeah, I'm 650 is fair for that. I'm not lowering the price, but yeah, there you go. Benchmark, good to go. Everything's working. I'm probably I'm gonna uninstall the 3D Mark because it's linked to like it's you're not gonna be able to use it because it's linked to my Steam account. So I just installed it real quick to do the benchmark. But yeah, all right. Well, thanks for looking. Have a great day. Oh, and this one has the box. So if anyone does buy this on the platform, I can ship it out quick because I was watching the Jawa tutorial on how to ship a whole PC, and it had Zach Tech Zach's Tech, not Tech Tips. I forgot. I used to follow him on Instagram, so y'all know the guy that I'm talking about. And he was talking about the phone packs and stuff like that for the inside. So I know where to buy those now. I can get those off Amazon ASAP. Hell, I might actually buy a couple because I know I won't need it. I don't think I will need them for the Dell, but when you buy the little phone pack things, it comes with like 10. So I'll just buy a pack of them, and definitely I'm going to need them for that. Like I'm definitely going to need them for that. This one I'll do it just as a precautionary because nothing should come apart. Nothing should unhook because there's really nothing RGB in here other than the graphic card. The CPU cooler is LED. It's not RGB. So only thing RGB is the graphic card, and you can install the MSI software. You can actually. Oh yeah, no. You could use the Gigabyte motherboard software to mess with the lights from that. It's software, so yeah. But yeah, so thanks for looking, and hopefully, I'm hoping I can make a sell. Peace.